everyone, it's Tara. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, Tara Talks Books, where we talk everything bookish. So today I'm going to be doing my 2024 journal flip through. I have completed it and I'm so excited. It was my first ever Bullett journal and I kept up with it all through 2024. So if you want to see how I did on my challenges, just keep watching. So here's my 2024 journal and I'll do kind of like a flip through of it so you can see what it ended up looking like completely. So obviously this hasn't changed other than I put the end date of 12/31/2024 because this when this journal ends. I'm not sure if at the 6-month mark I had the cute little dragon, but it says I'm not a bookworm, I'm a book dragon. And I love that, thought that was cute. Then I put another sticker. I wasn't sure if I put it there before on like the 6-month, but it says between the pages of a book is a wonderful place to be, which is very true. And then here I have my index pages, which I made it all the way down to here, but on the next page you'll see I didn't end up using all my index, but that's fine. And then here is, of course, my title page. My rating system, my goals. So I did not read 80 books this year. I think maybe I read more books than I bought. I would actually have to look at that in the book spot versus read. So that would be interesting. Read more from book subscription boxes. I do think I did pretty good with that on Book of the Month. However, Hello Lovely I did not do good with. I need to read more Hello Lovely book boxes. And then post on YouTube and Instagram regularly. I definitely tried, but I know there's trends with me. Like the beginning of the school year, because I am a teacher, is definitely lower. And in the summer, I post regularly just because of time. So I definitely need to get on more of a consistent schedule. And then as you can see, here is my yearly stats. And I had, again, total books throughout the year, Kindle, physical, Audible, library-owned ARCs, and DNFs. And I ended up reading 63 books total this year. And these kind of cross over. So like if I have an ARC, I've probably read it on my Kindle app. And then if some of the library ones I actually own physically, but I wanted to listen to them on audio. So they definitely overlap. But this was really fun to do. I did keep this spread in my new 2025 journal, which I'll do a flip through of that after this video. And then here I have my bookshelfie. These are the books that I read. And I didn't get all the way to the bottom, but I got through almost 3 rows of books. And the key, the green is audio, which obviously you can tell I read the most of. Physical is the purple, and then digital is the blue. And I believe digital and physical are about the same amount. Here's my 24 books in 2024. I ended up getting through 10. So I did change this up a bit in my new 2025 journal, where I do 12 books in 12 months. Just because it wasn't feasible for me to do 25 books in 2025 because I couldn't even get through 24 books in 2024. So trying to do what works for me. So here is the A to Z reading challenge. I did okay on this one. I didn't get a K, a V, or a Y. And then the Q and the Z are kind of different in the sense that you were supposed to find a title with that in it. It didn't necessarily have to start with it. And I wasn't able to, or I didn't read one that had it. So I definitely want to do better next year. But I think I did okay. Not horrible. And then here's my Read the Rainbow. I didn't get silver or black. And I actually changed up my Read the Rainbow for next year. I did less colors because I realized on my bookshelves I have 1 silver and I have only a couple, I think, black and I had like one brown. So I changed it up a bit for next year. And then here's my DNF Graveyard, which I loved this spread. I thought it was so cute, but for me, it's just not feasible. So I literally only DNF'd one book this year, so it's just not a feasible spread for me to have in a journal because I just don't DNF. And if I really want to track that, it's also on my yearly stats. But if you are a DNFer and you do a book journal, this spread is so cute. So next I have my book balance sheet, and this one has like the month, the beginning balance, the ones I read, bought, book boxes, and ending balance. And I did enjoy this, but I don't think I added this one into my new journal simply because it was a lot to keep up with, and I feel like maybe I could do more of like a spreadsheet for this online. Because as you can see, I made a lot of mistakes. You can see the whiteout. I think that would be more feasible for me. But I did like having this because it was definitely, I could see that I went from 185 to 205. And then like at one point I was at 210. And then I did a declutter. This was a fun one to do, but definitely, yeah, I think I'm going to change it up a bit. And this one I do every year as far as the 52 Book Club reading challenge. This was the 2024 one. And I did okay with this one. I definitely did better than last year, that's for sure. But there's a couple that I missed. Like I didn't get Locked Room Mystery because I'm not a big mystery girly. And the mysteries that I did read weren't Locked Room. And then I think I forgot, let's see. I didn't get Title Starting with a K. As you notice on my A to Z reading challenge, I didn't get K. And then 13 in academic thriller. I didn't get one for that. Again, I'm not a big mystery thriller reader. I'm mostly romance. So that's probably why. I did like it though. I liked tracking it, and I liked kind of like seeing which ones I had done and which ones I hadn't done. So anyways, this was fun. I will continue this in my 2025 journal just because I love doing the 52 Book Club reading challenge, even if I don't completely finish it. It's just another fun thing for me to engage in. And this one, I have my 5-star reads. Surprisingly, they are mostly historical romance. I read a lot of historical romance this year. It was definitely, I was in my historical romance era, which I tend to be. I love historical romance, but I've read some great ones. And then I have a couple of contemporary ones, which I really enjoyed as well. And I will actually do a video of my top, I think 10 is what I came out with, of 2024. That video will be up shortly, so you'll see more that maybe I gave a 4-star to, but they definitely made it to my top 10. And then here we go. I have my book of the month, like tracking, and it just kind of showed what months I skipped and then which ones that I kind of got multiple in or that I decided were worth it. I skipped a lot of months this year just because I felt a bit overwhelmed by how many books were on my shelf. So anytime you see like that there's 2, it is mostly because either I had a credit or it was like a birthday, like June is my birthday, so I'll get a free one. And then I think March is where they give you a free one if you're a BFF for like from choices for the end of the year of their top. So I ended up choosing, I think it was Wayward for that one. And then I did pretty good on my backlog. I ended up reading 6 from my backlog, which is pretty good. Because if I'm not reading them, I don't need Book of the Month, right? And then here I have my series. These are my book series that I tracked this year. I'm tracking more next year, but I had the Windy City series. I've read 3. I have 4 on my shelf. I just need to read it. And then the Sinful Wallflowers I completed. I'm not sure whether or not Stacy Reed is going to be putting out any more in the Sinful Wallflowers series. I'm definitely caught up for what is published, And if there's more, I'll add more, but I'm not sure that she's going to. And then I have the Empyrean series by Rebecca Yarros. I am actually read the first two. The third one actually came out yesterday, and I will be reading that very soon. And then for Bridgerton by Julia Quinn, I read book 2 only. And then for this year, I actually went back and read 1 and 3. So I definitely have some catching up to do as far as those books go. And then here is my Read What You Own. And as you can see, the highlighted ones are the ones that I read from either my print shelf, so like my physical shelf, my Audible shelf, or my Kindle shelf. The ones that are marked off are ones that I got rid of without reading, just because maybe I wasn't interested. Some of the Kindle ones just came off Kindle, so those left, obviously, my Kindle library. But yeah, I think I did okay this year. I read quite a few from my shelves. I think at the end of it, it was like 22 off my print shelves. So not bad. And then here's the second page of that. Right here is my book club picks tracker. This came in handy to keep me on track because I'm a forgetful person. So there were some clubs that I wanted to keep up with, that I wanted to make sure I was reading their books for the live shows. So definitely Swoony Readers is one. And then obviously my Mine and Bee's book club, historical romance book club, Tea and Biscuits with Tara and Bee, I obviously wanted to keep up with. And then there's a few times where I've done like Thrills and Chills book club, and then the Beam Me Up book club, as well as the Black Hat Book Coven book club. So anything that I want to participate in maybe for that month that is book club related, I put in there. So that definitely kept me on track. And then here is my January page, and how I did my January like starter pages or my month pages is I chose a book that I loved, that maybe I gave a 5 or 6 star. This is a 6-star book for me. I love The Right Move so much by Liz Tomforty, and all the pictures around it are just kind of things that represent that book to me. Loved it. If you haven't read it, please do. It's amazing. Absolutely stunning. It's a bit of like roommates, fake dating, and he is a cinnamon roll hero. We love Ryan Shea. So definitely a sports romance as well. So these are where my book review pages start. Obviously, this is my first of the year, The Princess and the Grilled Cheese. Really enjoyed that one. And then it goes on. How I set my book review pages up is I just kind of do like the basics, title, author, genre, format, pages, summary, and then my thoughts. And that's just kind of how I like to do my reviews. So it helps keep me on track. And then I do have a star rating. I do it out of 5 because I go with Goodreads. So yeah. And then February is Caught Up, which is the third book in the Windy City series, also by Liz Tomforty. Another lovely sports romance, single dad nanny romance, and I just loved this one so much. So yeah, I did a little spread of it, and yeah, definitely check out the Windy City series if you haven't. And then we're back onto the review pages for the month of February, as you can see. And then this one I left blank, just because I think I ended up reading 6 books this month, and then I didn't want to start a new monthly layout here, so I just flipped the page, and then that's where March began. And then this one is Her Wicked Marquess, one of my favorite Stacey Reid books. I love this one so much. I just love the heroine in this. She's like really like smart or like witty, and she's like a bookish character, and I just loved it so much. One, I believe, yes, it's the second one in the Sinful Wildflower series. So Love the Sinful Wallflower series so much. But again, here's my March pages, my March book review pages. And then here is April. One of my favorite Christina Lauren books is Love and Other Words. So I did a spread of it. And definitely this one's an all-time fave for me. Loved it. This is like childhood friends to lovers, and then they're broken apart for reasons and then come back together. Love it, love it, love it. So yes. And then more book review pages. As you can see. And then for May, I did The Turn of the Key. And this is actually one of my favorite mystery, mystery thriller books. And it really is because I could understand why the main character was keeping secrets. Usually it bugs me when, I'm like, why are you making these decisions? In this instance, it didn't. So this is like one of the only mystery thrillers I've given a 5-star to. So anyways, this is so good. If you enjoy mystery thrillers, I say definitely check it out. Definitely, like, she's like a nanny and like weird things start happening, bit of like a smart house that she kind of feels is being watched, or she's being watched. So definitely really good. Enjoyed it. And then this one, again, here's my book review pages for the month of May. As you can see, I mess up a lot, but that's okay. And then here we go. More lovely books, and then more lovely, book reviews. And then this one is actually because the Ever After Readathon. I was a host for the Ever After Historical Romance Readathon that Crystal from Books Forever After created. And she kind of did it for like her birthday. And I thought that was so much fun. And so I just wanted like a spread of that, because it really was my first time being a host in a readathon. So I was just so happy, and it was so much fun and exciting to do with, Booktube friends. The next one is June, and I have The Wishing Game, which was one of my favorites of 2023. And this one is this is more of like a fiction with a little bit of romance, found family. It's lovely. Definitely a make you feel good read. So I did a spread of that one that represents the book. And then I have, again, my book review pages for June. And then also in June, I was just a participant in the Lake Thrills and Chills Camp Nightmare for 2024. The Thrills and Chills Book Club put that on. And it was just a lot of fun to kind of be a participant in. So I wanted like a memory to like commemorate it. And so I did a little page for it. And I just thought it was so much fun that they put that on. There was a lot of fun like activities that went along with it. So yeah. And then for July, one of my all-time favorite books is The House in the Swirling Sea. So I had to do it as a spread, as like a monthly spread. And this obviously represents this lovely book. This one is another found family feel-good book. And I just loved it. Definitely fantasy as well. And so here's more of the book review pages for the month of July, as you can see. And then into August, I have Real by Kennedy Ryan as my main spread for the month. I loved Real. It is a romance, like he's a well-known director and she is an upcoming actress, and it's kind of forbidden in that sense. And it definitely has some good representation as far as health goes. And then here are the review pages for August. And then September, here is another fun book that was one of my favorites from 2024. And that was No Rest for the Wicked by Lauren Smith. This was just a lovely pirate captor captive romance. It was just lovely. I love that he is just such a tortured hero and he has a bit of a dark past. And it was just so much fun to read. This was our second pick for the Tea and Biscuits with Tara and B book club. And I just really enjoyed reading the book and getting to talk with Lauren Smith as well. She was lovely. So I'll actually link that live show above if you want to check it out. But then here are also the book review pages for the month of September, as you can see. And then here is October. I did kind of a spookier book for October. This is House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This is like a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. And one of the sisters is kind of investigating if their deaths were truly accidents or if they were murder. And there's kind of this mystery of like they're sneaking out. Her sisters are sneaking out at night and going to dance at this very like interesting ball and like what's happening. So it is definitely a very atmospheric, creepy read. I enjoyed it. And then here are the book review pages for October. Just my October reads. And then here is November. I have The Lovely War for November. This is one of my favorite historical fictions. I want to say this is like a YA historical fiction, if I can remember correctly. So this one kind of covers, it goes through World War I and I believe World War II. And it's about four, like obviously, people and then how they're brought together during wartime. And it follows Aubrey and Colette and James and Hazel. And then also you have a bit of a twist because you have Aphrodite, who's the god of love, and then kind of telling a story or weaving a story about these two couples. And it was very interesting. I really enjoyed it. Definitely unique for historical fiction. One of my favorites that I definitely would want to reread. It was just lovely. Lovely but sad. And then here's my book review pages, as you can see. And then here is my December. Doesn't look really Christmassy, but that's because it's 'Tis the Season for Revenge by Morgan Elizabeth, which is actually one of my favorite holiday books. And the main character actually just loves pink. And so you can see I've represented that in this book. So this one's like an age gap romance, bit of a revenge plot. Really enjoyed it. Such a good read. And then I have my book review pages for December, as you can tell. And then I have my 2024 wrap up so you guys can kind of see where I ended up with like shortest book, pages read, audio hours, all of the stats are kind of in here. I read 63 books. I read 6,759 pages. I listened to 432 hours of audio. And then my most read authors was actually Abby Jimenez, Stacy Reed, tying at 3. And then Scarlett Scott, Kate Bateman, and Julie Quinn, and Lindsay Lovis, all I read 2 books of this year, which was definitely interesting. I found some, new to me authors that I really love, and then obviously some old favorite authors as well. Like Stacy Reed has been a favorite author of mine for years. And then my shortest book was Runaway Bride. My longest book was Iron Flame. These are kind of my book ratings. I have 0 1 star, 1 2 star, 7 3 stars, 43 4 stars, and 12 5 stars. I did one reread, which was actually Secrets of a Summer Night. I had 1 DNF, which was Triple Duty Bodyguards. And then this kind of shows how many audiobooks, how many Kindle books, and how many physical books I read overall. So this was just a fun page to do. and I wanted to make sure I added it to my 2024 journal, and then that's kind of where it ends for my 2024 book journal. So that was my 2024 journal flip through. Let me know in the comments below, maybe like what was your favorite spread or anything you'd like to share with me. And if you just want to let me know that you were here and you watched to the end, go ahead and leave me like a pin emoji.